Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Pamela Holmes in this episode of Joy of Soul Food. Today we're making stir-fried collard greens, a very simple grilled salmon, and black beans and rice. Alright, we're making collard greens from scratch. Now don't feel like you have to do this, but everybody should at least know how to do it. You can buy your collard greens in a bag. The problem with that sometimes is it has too much stalk in it and not enough tender leaf. So I'm going to teach you how to wash collard greens and make them completely from scratch. Okay, so collard greens come in bunches. Here we have 2 bunches. The 2 bunches cost about $2.50, okay? What we're going to do is wash these. My mom always did it 3 times in crystal clear water in the sink, which we have behind it. And ultimately, after the greens are washed, this is a collard green, you're going to take it off of the stalk like this, because the stalk is very tough. And this is the tender part of the leaf. This is the part that's most appetizing to eat. And you're going to, after it's clean, which we'll do in a second, you're going to want to roll it and then just slice through it so that you have bite-sized portions. And we'll get started now. I'm going to take these to the sink. What you want to do is just break off the collard where the leaf, the big part of the leaf stops, and throw it in the clean water. Part should take you a very short amount of time. Now, usually the leaves are firmer than this. I bought these collards 2 days ago and they've been in the refrigerator, and we have what the scientists call a loss of turgor pressure. The leaves are going limp a little bit. So I had to cook them today. I wanted to cook them tomorrow, but have to cook them today. So about that. Alright. Now we have all our leaves in the water. We're going to go ahead and start rinsing them. Greens grow, of course, in dirt and sand, depending on where you live, clay, if you're here in Georgia. And so you want to get all of that debris off of the leaf. So you rinse them, and then you're going to pull the stalk off like I mentioned, and throw it in the other water. Okay? And some of them are already tender. You can break them up right now, or you can slice them like I said earlier. Just depends on what you want to do. If you break them up now, you're going to get a lot of green water. Doesn't matter though. And it saves you time in the back end. Just rip it up the middle stalk and rip the greens. We're going to do that till they're all ripped. Now some are real, they don't have that much stalk on them. You can just rip those, the ones that are closer to the center. Okay, now we got our greens in the bowl. The rest of that water out. We're going to add it to the pan of onions and peppers. And greens will cook down to almost nothing. I'll let these cook down for a few minutes, and then I'll go in and season them. Now that the greens are steamed down, I'm going to season them. The soul food seasoning. Seasoned salt. Garlic powder. When you're in a hurry, you can just shake the black pepper. Good. Now, greens, unlike the stir-fried cabbage, sometimes you want to add a little sugar. Not more than a teaspoonful of sugar, but sometimes greens can be a little bitter. And if that's the case, you just want to add a little sugar to neutralize that. And that'll be later on in the cooking process, about 5 minutes from now. But as you can see, the greens are almost cooked, just from the steaming. So you want to stir those around. And those 2 bundles of greens have cooked down to this. To our greens, we're going to add a little rosemary. About that much. Unless you want more, then you add that much more. Improvise. A little thyme. And I like a little bit of heat in my greens, so we're going to add some red pepper flakes. Looks good already. Healthy, fast, and delicious. It's been about 5 minutes, and now our greens look like traditional greens, right? We didn't use all that water to boil out the vitamins and nutrients. We used just a couple tablespoons of olive oil instead of a half cup of vegetable oil. And we used fresh vegetables and herbs. Now I'm going to just add a couple shots of soy sauce to punch it up. And you cook to your desired tenderness. If you like real crunchy greens, you can serve now. If you like them a little bit more tender, then you want to cook them for another 3 to 5 minutes. And our greens are ready. Our greens are right, as my daddy would say. So, take the greens, add them to our plate. Ideally, you would serve greens with sliced tomatoes, sliced onions, and pepper sauce. I'll show you what that is in a minute. Pepper sauce is the juice off of peppers that have been soaked and pickled. So a lot of times we'll add this directly to the greens, and then we'll add a few pickled peppers. So there you have it. Stir-fried collard greens, black beans and rice, and grilled salmon. Bon appetit.